Hey guys, it's Taylor back with Life with Taylor, and today we're gonna be reading Reddit. So let's get into it. Would I be the arsehole for refusing to bring $100 minimum to Thanksgiving? No, I don't think so. I don't think so because while I haven't been to many Thanksgivings outside of my own, I don't think I ever have. I would be thoroughly confused if I had to bring money to like a lunch or dinner that was being held that I was invited to. And I've never made anybody else like bring money to the Thanksgiving. We don't really even do Thanksgiving. We just put out a bunch of charcuterie boards. But yeah, let's read, I guess. My family and I celebrate Thanksgiving every year with my siblings, parents, and their kids. Roughly 20 to 25 people, including kids. My family is only 2 people with 1 6-month-old baby. So this OP's family is her partner, and the baby, right? What? In the group chat, it was decided that my nephew would cook meat since he bought a grill. He also told us that we could bring the sides. He chose to spend $300 on meat. Now, if you don't know, I am plant-based, but girl, I don't think meat is $300. Is that like Wagyu, Golden Flake, Mr. Beast? Like meat, what? I gotta Google now. What meat is $300? Or was it steak? Was it steak? No, it just said meat. Wagyu, Japanese A5 Wagyu. That's what I was thinking, which is horrible. I just found out what Wagyu was like a couple weeks ago. I messaged in the group chat that we would bring mashed potatoes. My sister responding that every family has to bring $100 worth of food minimum to help my nephew pay for the meat. No, thank you. $100 worth of food. Okay, these instant mashed potatoes were $100. There you go. $100 worth of food to pay for the meat that he chose to pick out. I'm not totally against the idea of bringing that much food, but just the way it was presented and the fact that it wasn't agreed to beforehand makes me upset. The following day in the group chat, my sister said, option 1, bring food, enough for everyone, not just yourself. Option 2, help Thomas pay for the meat, $100 a family. Option 3, help dad pay water bill, $200 per family. Choose wisely. Upset, I responded with option 4, don't show up. Okay, why do they have to spend money to go to a family Thanksgiving? So I think option 4 is probably the best bet based on this sister of yours. Am I being the arsehole if I don't show up at all in protest to this 100 minimum rule? Update, I'm a teacher and she posted a picture of my salary she found online to shame me in the group chat. Definitely not growing now. Oh girl. Oh girl. First of all, teachers do not get paid as much as they should. They are angels. And your sister is an asshole. Your sister is an asshole posting your salary, and just because it's your salary doesn't mean that you literally have that much money. That's what you make over the course of a year. And maybe OP has other things to do than bring $100 minimum worth of food or money to pay for things to the Thanksgiving. You're not the asshole. I'm flabbergasted. Let's see. Not the asshole. This is a potluck, not a charity dinner. If your nephew, I can't speak. If your nephew couldn't afford to buy the meat, he shouldn't have bought it. Facts. Also, $300 meat. I'm still $300. You know what you could do for $300? You could have a full, you could have a bunch of different food for $300 instead of just like a piece of meat. That's crazy. No. How much meat is even being cooked? $300 is an insane amount for only 20 to 25 people, including kids. A good rule of thumb is like 1 pound per person uncooked, though it's usually as a main course, not accounting for tons of sides, meaning $12 to $15. Huh? On the flip side, a pair of turkeys to feed that many people would generally be like $20 to $40. Yeah, wait, I didn't even think of about that. Usually people do like turkey or ham or I don't know what people eat. Bro, this is not some like fancy gala. You don't need $300 Wagyu. Also, okay, I was just gonna say this. Somebody said everyone has to bring at least $100 of food and there's 22 people. The meal is going to have $2,200 worth of food. One hell of a feast. You could feed an army on $100 worth of potatoes. That's what I was saying, potatoes. Yeah, I feel like it should just be like bring 1 or 2 things per family or just show up with nothing. Maybe bring like a pie. Like everybody bring one thing that's different. Not $100 worth of food. And in this economy, girl, that's like a single potato and celery stick. You're not the asshole. Your family is. Am I the arsehole for how I reacted to my best friend saying my dirty house is making my kids sick? No, because she is not your friend. Sorry if this is all over the place. There are a lot of moving parts here. I've written and rewritten this a million times so that it's not a novel. So if you have any questions, I'll explain further in the comments. Also, first time posting on Reddit. I, 32 female, got in an argument with my best friend, 31 female, after she suggested my kids are constantly sick because my house is dirty. For context, I have 2 boys, 4 and 2, and she has a daughter, 5. My oldest and her daughter are thick as thieves, and my son is asking about her all day, every day. It's breaking my heart, and I don't know what to say to him anymore. After having my second, it became very difficult keeping up with housework. I had crippling postpartum depression and also developed fibromyalgia, I don't think I'm saying that right, which left me in constant pain. My husband wasn't being supportive or helpful at the time, and our marriage almost ended because of it. Before my second was born, my house was always sparkling, and as my second grew older, he became a tornado. So it's all second kids, because my sister's nickname is Tornado Ellie, because she will literally make messes and then not clean anything up. Even after like, okay, let's pick up now. Come on, we'll do this together. She'll get distracted. It's always the second. Okay, so apparently she's referring to the text messages now. I was gonna read them afterwards, but come on. The poop she's mentioning in the house was in the, wait, what? The poop she's mentioning in the text did happen and happens often. We immediately clean it up and even throw away toys, bedding, stuffies, etc. That would be too much to clean. He also plays with his food more than he eats it. It's a fucking constant mess and it's exhausting, but we do clean it. I called early intervention and he does qualify for OT and speech therapy. So it's not me being lazy, it's just a lot to handle every single day. Girl, she's not your friend so far. She's not your friend. Because a friend would understand. A friend would understand and help. My kids are not sick constantly. It's mainly during cold flu season, which makes sense since my husband and I, along with our primary sitter, all work in the service industry. The last text of mine mentioning her daughter getting my kids sick is referring to when she didn't tell us her daughter was sick, so that he didn't back out on her. What the fuck is this? So that we didn't back out on watching her. And my youngest ended up in the hospital with RSV for 3 days. He was only 1 at the time. I know I may have been a bit emotionally charged in my text, but I was just fed up. This is coming after constant backhanded comments about my house being cleaner, suggestions that I need to clean more when I do a deep clean about once a week, which includes cleaning the walls and spot treating the carpet every time we've gotten into a huge fight like this. I've always been the one to break the silence and get us back in check, but I really don't want to this time. So am I the asshole, or should I stick to my guns and not apologize? Don't apologize. Don't apologize. Moms have a lot to do during the day, and I do schoolwork at home, and I am here when my sister is here, and so is my mom. We all do online work, and it's a lot. But thankfully, once they start to grow, they can kind of do things themselves. So like Ellie, she'll make her own breakfast or her own lunch if we're not able to do it. And you know, she knows after school, then she can go and play. We haven't gotten to the clean your mess up portion of this growth. But also we do a deep clean once a week. You can't really expect what's gonna happen in life. Gonna be completely honest, I think I went like 3 weeks without washing my sheets or cleaning my bathroom. And I've gone longer because things come up, life happens, and sometimes you just need to cut the people off who don't understand you and your lifestyle. I would so. Anyways, let's look at the text messages. And also, okay, so 4 and 2. So not in school. I was gonna say maybe like it's school and they have a sitter so they don't go to daycare. I don't think you really get sick from, I think during the cold and flu seasons, it's like things in the air. Like if you're going to the grocery store, you're like, don't wash your hands after you, I don't know, touch a bunch of things. I don't think if it's like, hey, you have dirt on your floor, you know, and then you step on it and it's on your foot, that you're gonna get sick. I don't know where this is going, but it's usually just like not from and her house isn't even that dirty. She cleans it deep clean, like ceiling, didn't she say ceilings and walls? Girl, we don't clean our ceilings and walls. Or she said walls and carpet. We have never cleaned our walls. So the house is not even dirty. But let's see. Oh, and she's got a warthog picture. Very fitting because she sounds like a bitch. You guys should do a deep clean in your house, like carpet scrub and shampoo and clean the walls and etc. It could be from the house since they don't really even go anywhere. I just feel like they're inside a lot and still getting sick, and it's probably the house. Viral infections don't come from dirty homes. That's what I was trying to say. I just couldn't form it into words. It's literally cold and flu season. They're gonna be sick. If it was our house, they'd be sick nonstop. I feel like they are sick nonstop and they don't leave the house, so their immune systems probably aren't very strong to handle it. No starting school will be a big help, but I don't know. I just thought maybe that could be why. Let me tell you this. Let me give you some evidence that staying inside doesn't, make you sick. For the past 4 years, is it 4 years? 3 years. I don't know. Since 5th grade, I'm in 9th grade, 4 years. I have stayed inside doing schoolwork. Let me tell you, in my years of doing online school, I have gotten sick so much less than I was in person. I was constantly coming home with like a cold or the flu. I had strep throat a couple of times. Schools are petri dishes. So, staying at home with a sitter is not gonna get these kids sick nonstop. It will be school, but they're not in school, so that rules everything out. And it's not the house, and honestly, it's a little offensive you think we're so dirty that our house is causing them to be sick. This is the first time they've been sick since the spring when Zach and I were also sick. Google says you can get viral infections from home contamination or dirty surfaces. You know they're not educated when they pull up. Google says. Hold on, let's ask Google right now. Can I get a viral infection if my house is dirty? A dirty home can harbor harmful bacteria and viruses causing infections. Common indoor allergens include dust mites, pet dander, and pollen. So I think when they're saying dirty, that means like kind of house hoarders kind of thing, Also, I think it's very unlikely to get viral infections from home contamination because there's not that many contaminants in your home if you are cleaning it, and they are cleaning it. Let's see. I knew you were gonna take that the wrong way. They're sick slot for not ever leaving the house, so it seems reasonable. You're not like wanting to consider it to be a factor when it could most definitely be. That's all. My house isn't that dirty. Blank, I don't know why you think I never keep it clean. They do go places, just not every day. If I go to the store, one of them goes with me. They have contact with other people and kids. I don't keep them in isolation in a house of filth. Blank and blank. Oh, blank said blank's poop was smeared on some toys in his room downstairs. She said she told blank, so I figured she would have told you, but that's another way to bacteria and germs spread. So you think we just have poop sitting around everywhere. The second he plays with his shit, it's cleaned up. She then shared a screenshot. Yes, in rare cases, contamination from fecal matter can lead to sinus congestion and infections. This can happen through the spread of bacteria like E. coli via the fecal oral route, leading the systemic infection. However, more common links between gut health and sinus problems include gut bacteria imbalances and the gut-lung axis. His shit isn't causing sinus infections. I don't know why you think coming at anyone about cleaning their house wouldn't be offensive. It does get clean, and it's wild to me that you're taking blank's word for it when she claimed blank's bedding was dirty and smelled when it had just come out of the laundry a few hours prior. It seems to me she hears it from you and has it in her head now. You've always criticized me for my house not being sparkly clean 24/7 after having blank and assume I never clean it, and I'm honestly over it. Blank has gotten the boys sick on many occasions. Was that my house's fault too? And she then stopped sharing her location with this person. I mean, she clocked her tea. I feel like people who do this are like, your house isn't clean when they're like struggling or like they have something wrong in their life. They're kind of like projecting, I guess, or trying to make themselves feel better, trying to manipulate, control, whatever it may be, or just get a rise out of somebody. And I think that may be what's happening here. But let's read the comments. So some comments say, show us the house. I think it's very obvious to everyone that her house is a lot worse than she is letting on. I understand mental health struggles. Some of mine lead to poor decision making too. But with kids, you somehow need to find a way to pull it together. Live in an unclean home can absolutely lead to physical health problems. OP, your friend is just being honest with you. Agreed. Friend who's genuinely concerned, trying to drop a hint. So I think based on these comments, people are thinking she's not letting on how dirty it is. But you know, we just have to go on based on people's opinions. But if OP's house was like fairly clean, like pretty clean, you know, picks up stuff like every night and then does a deep clean like once a week, which is what we do, they should be fine, right? Like, they're not getting sick because they're inside. They're getting sick from like outside sources. But if their house is like really bad, like for instance, the kid put shit on their toys and it doesn't get cleaned into that 1 week deep clean, that could be a problem. But also she says it gets cleaned right away, so I'm not really sure what to think of this. Tell me about it down below. My boyfriend's innocent childhood friend keeps crossing lines with me and he says I'm imagining it. Red flag, red flag. I've been dating my boyfriend for 1.5 years and honestly things were great up until about 2 months ago when his childhood friend, Mia, moved back to town. They grew up together, so I expected some closeness, but the vibe changed immediately. She hugs him way too long, calls him by a nickname he's never used with me, and somehow always needs his help with something at 11 p.m. At 11? Always at 11 p.m.? Girl, she don't need help with nothing, unless you know what I'm thinking. She needs help with her. I kept brushing it off because I don't want to seem jealous. Then she started making comments that felt pointed. Little things like, oh wow, he's always had a thing for girls with quiet energy while staring right at me. Or he used to tell me everything before you came along. At first I thought it was just awkward humor, but she began dropping these stories about their past that don't line up with what he's told me. Not necessarily romantic, just intimacy level stuff that feels like she wants to mark territory. The tipping point was last weekend. We were all hanging out and she sat next to him on the couch and basically ignored everyone else while whispering to him about something only he would understand. I tried to laugh it off, but I felt like a third wheel in my own relationship. When I gently brought it up to him later, he said I was overthinking and that Mia is like a sister. Cool, except my siblings don't cling on to my arm when we watch movies. I don't want to be controlling, but I also don't want to dismiss my own gut. Something feels off and I'm tired of being told I'm imagining what I'm literally seeing. Is this worth pushing harder or am I just missing something here? Leave. I feel like those type of guys are like also similar to like the mama's boy guys. I just watched The Girlfriend and I feel like they're the same type of guys. Oh, she's just a friend. Oh, I just love my mom a lot. Like, it seems like something else is happening here. Like, it seems like you're a little too attached to your mom and she's a little controlling of you. Or it seems like you're a little too close to your childhood friend. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like something's weird here. It's only 1.5 years in, girl. I know it may have seemed good, but just leave. Just leave. He's not gonna give in to telling you what you want. He's gonna keep lying. And lying is like, you can't have lying. You have to be honest in a relationship. So let's see what the comments say. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, this is a classic she's just a friend script that ends with you sidelined. If he won't draw a line now, he's not going to later. Yeah, this is giving I'm the placeholder of girlfriend while childhood bestie waits in the wings energy, and I'd be side-eyeing the hell out of that too. Right, the whole just a friend line always sounds harmless until you realize you're slowly getting pushed out of the picture. If he won't set boundaries when the issue first shows up, he's definitely not going to magically learn later. Yeah, you're being gaslit. Yeah, trust your gut, girl. Trust your gut. Next, am I the arsehole for refusing to eat the Thanksgiving dinner that my dad made? Let's see. For context, I, female 26, was diagnosed with celiac disease in 2017. For those who aren't familiar with celiac disease, it's a severe allergy to wheat/gluten. That's actually what my gastroenterologist was going to test me for, I think, or was thinking about, because I have a not great reaction to gluten, but I'm a little informed about that, so let's see. Even the tiniest crumb will give me debilitating stomach pain, and I'll basically live in the bathroom for the next 2 days. More exposure will increase the severity of a reaction and even lead to permanent intestinal damage. My dad has never acknowledged that I have a severe allergy. Shortly after being diagnosed, I spent Thanksgiving at his house and had a reaction. He replied with, "It was only a little bit of flour, you're being dramatic." So this is like the same as, it's only 1 peanut, why is your throat closing up and you're having hives and you need an EpiPen? Like, it's just a little bit of flour. Somebody's not informed. It hurt that he saw firsthand how much pain it caused me and still chose to dismiss me. Over the years, I've heard many more comments along those lines. It's only 1 bite, you'll be fine, and celiac didn't exist 20 years ago, your doctor's ripping you off. You see, Barbara, celiac probably did exist, but was dismissing patients off, most likely, I'm assuming. And Barbara, you probably went to an apothecary to heal your ailments, and celiac disease is a real issue. So actually, how old, let's see, when was celiac disease first discovered? 2nd century AD. The Greek physician AITAH of Cappadocia provided the earliest accurate description of symptoms using the term coeliac. 1888, English pediatrician Samuel Gee gave the first modern clinical description of the disorder, noting it was a wasting disease that could be treated with diet. 1940s, during the Dutch famine, Willem Dick observed that children with celiac disease improved when wheat was scarce and later developed the first gluten-free diet. 1950s, Dick's work led to the identification of gluten as a harmful substance which is considered the key to the modern understanding of the disease. Fucking clock it, Barbara. It was around in 2nd century AD. It was around in the 1950s, which is 75 years ago? Dumbass. Let's continue. I've even tried showing him medical documentation to no avail. Or wait, was that what her father was saying? Anyways. We aren't close for obvious reasons, and I only see him a few times a year, so it was never a big issue until now. This year, he's hosting Thanksgiving and asked if I wanted to come. I agreed since a few family members from overseas that I haven't seen in quite some time will be traveling in. I asked about gluten-free dishes, and again, he brushed me off and said, "You'll be fine, it's just one meal." After some back and forth, I decided to let him know I will be bringing my own food and that I don't feel comfortable eating what he prepared. Now he's saying I'm being selfish and being vain. I was gonna suggest, yeah, maybe bring your own food. It's unfortunate that I feel like mainly old people who are misinformed, or they just don't, they're like, we didn't have that back in my day. Okay, sure, Billy, you never went to the doctor. How do you know? The doctor, they're just trying to scam you. They're trying to make you pay bills. Okay. That's why you got a brain worm. Yeah, I think ignore his comment. Bring your own food, and if he doesn't like it, never go back, I guess. If you're not close with him and you're only going there to meet with other family members, or maybe host your own on like maybe a separate day? I don't know how to go about this. Let's read the comments. Fellow celiac gal here, you are 100% not the asshole in this situation. I have had friends and families dismiss my dietary needs, no matter how little accommodation I ask of them. If you do still feel like going so you can see your other relatives, I would stick to your guns about bringing your own food no matter what. But I would also be careful about where you store/handle it in case anyone's inclined to sprinkle crumbs in the twist interest of proving a point about how it's not a big deal. Ooh. Maybe just bring like an already portioned out plate and like never leave the plate alone until you're done. No. People are saying if you don't like take celiac seriously, it could cause cancer. Let's fact check that before I say that. Yes, it can. Those who have more intestinal healing will be less likely to have cancer. Those who have more persistent are more at risk to have cancer. So yeah, it's not just a meal. And is it going to be just a meal every year? What if that just a meal builds up? Cut them off. All right, we got another one about another disease. My friend copied my chronic illness and now people think I'm a faker. This world is fucked. I, 24 female, was diagnosed with a pretty life-limiting autoimmune disease 2 years ago. Welcome to the club, okay? It sucks. Meds, flare-ups, fatigue, the whole package. I told my close friend Lena, 25 female, about every detail because she was my safe person. Oh no. The one you think is safe is never safe, girly pop. Never, never, never. I vented about my symptoms, ranted about my doctors, even sent her pics of the rash on my legs and screenshots of my lab results so she would understand I wasn't being dramatic. Fast forward to last semester and suddenly Elena starts telling people she might have the exact same condition as me. At first I was supportive, helped her find a specialist, shared resources, etc. Okay, this is pissing me off, girl. Then, stuff started feeling off. She would describe my exact symptoms, word for word, even things I had only texted her privately. She told a professor that we both had this illness and that's why we needed extra exam time. I never asked for that accommodation because I was scared of being treated different, but she did. And now some classmates joke that I made up my diagnosis to copy her. One girl even said, "It's weird how you got sick right after Lena did." My medical files are literally thick as a brick, and she still hasn't been formally diagnosed, just being investigated. I feel so gross and betrayed, but also guilty, because what if she actually is sick and I'm just being paranoid? Do I confront her and risk looking like a jealous psycho, or just slowly back away? I think you should cut her off. Let's go, cut her off. I think if your gut feeling is, this is weird, there's something not right here, I think you should trust your gut, and I think you should, I don't know what you should do. Distance yourself. Maybe switch classes so that, but then it would look like you were copying. I don't know. I'd walk up in there and be like, hey, Lena girl. So, giant stack of papers. So, let's go through all of my medical papers. So it says here about 2 years ago, I was diagnosed first. Clock it. Oh, here's my text messages. Oh, so those are actually the words you repeated. Where's your diagnoses? Who's your doctor's name? Right, because you don't have one, you bitch. That's what I would do. Actually, I probably wouldn't do that because I can't do that. She told the professor, you both have an illness. That's the line. You need to shut this down officially to protect your own academic integrity. Send a brief professional email to that professor and your academic advisor. To clarify the record, I have a formal diagnosis of condition from date. Any statements linking my medical status to another student's are incorrect. This isn't about attacking Lena, it's about ensuring your accommodations, should you ever need them, aren't tainted by her drama. Yeah. Copy the disability center coordinator as well. Somebody said, I don't know how this particular condition, but autoimmune diseases can take a lot of time to diagnose. It's not like you take one test and have the doctor say, yep, that's definitely it. Yeah, I think it starts off with basic tests, and then if there's like flag markers or whatever, showing up, things that are not right, you go into more complex tests. These more basic tests tell doctors whether there is a reason to dig deeper and do more blood work. Doctors often label cases such as undifferentiated connective tissue disease to indicate that there is some autoimmune issue going on, but they just aren't sure which one yet, because a formal diagnosis can take years. Some patients will keep this non-specific diagnosis, others will eventually be diagnosed with more specific issues such as lupus. That's some next level identity theft shit right there. Oh my god. Yeah, people are saying don't speak to her, stand up for yourself, don't waste your energy, this is not a friend, take care of yourself. Yeah, queen, stay healthy, stay safe, and don't listen to anybody, okay? Don't listen to anybody. School environments are toxic, and anybody who doesn't like you or doesn't believe you is a bitch. No, yeah, she's not a friend. She was waiting to steal all of your information and then betray you. She was gonna betray your ass. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you think of this. What do you think of these stories? And while you're down there commenting, click all the buttons. You know what to do. And I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world viewing this. And peace.